calls it, you see, an entertainment. A tale, someone that is, and they enjoy. We can say that in this sense, we shall not even mind a few tears in the semi-scene of it. But in another novel, perhaps we may find a few of our answers to our questions. We somehow suspect with the, let's say, human experiences clearly in authors, let's say, you see, searchlight. We can see some illumination, you see, of the people, something about their enlightenment, like Catherine Mansfield, you see, Miss Braille. And we know that clearly. Often a novel tells us or offers us both adventure and insights. Like you see, you are familiar with this novel, Herman Melville. So it's on a heroic whaling voyage from the moment we ship out on Nantucket with Ishmael and owners. So we are that quest. Uh, uh, and when we are home, we see rain. Certain deep and profound in all men's, in all, you see, human beings, like Captain, something about, you see, his nature and something about our own nature. Whenever you see the novel, it is about to look sharp in the word of the writer. It is somehow a, let's say, a perfect and profound individual vision of an artist, or individual insight, you see, of an artist. Direct impression of the reality or the realities. Now, to share his discoveries, we must look at the view or the views he sees from his personal, let's say, porthole. And this shows the depth of the novel rather than reading, you see, the stories and like you see, adventure and for our own entertainment or for our own, you see, enjoyment. Now we allow our prejudices to come somewhat between us and the writers inside. For instance, when we, for example, let's look at Tom Sawyer. So troubled, the good lady of the 19th century that had library, Huckleberry of youths, and the thing that he is somewhat bonded. Public, you see, opinion. Novelist, an author through the situation, through the events, through the characters. A So here we are familiar with some slices of life, different somehow, you see, aspects. For instance, a novelist may choose to cut these slices of life somehow, you see, horizontality, or let's say following a straight chronological, you see, line, beginning at the beginning of his hero's story, then goes on through the middle until it comes, you see, to the end and stops. For example, you see a character is born, let's say attends school, falls in love with somebody, serves in the army, shows some of his interest, marries, you see, and dies. From A point to Z, you see, point. But another novelist uh, chooses these slices of with the, let's say, see, a face or in the face of, or the furniture of, you see, their novels. Now to achieve can refer to some, you see, sites, to some books. We may learn about some even, let's say, styles of writing, like a stream of consciousness, like Sound and Fury. Faulkner's, this is Sound and Fury. It says that life is not you see that A, then goes to B, then goes. Hmm? Sometimes it is demolished. Let's say, a semi-transparent, you see, envelope surrounds man from the beginning of his consciousness, you see, to the end. This also is the style that you applied by some novelists in their novels, like you see Miss Talavi, like To the Lighthouse, and you see the others. There's something about the characters in novels. It is also, we can say that they are actually different, maybe real, or they maybe you see unreal, uh, through any chance of you see surviving somehow, through different kinds of classifications of the novel that we will learn about you see such lives in the respect of, or in the face of, what, art of fiction. Above all, in a you see solace us in our the word summarized by Ian Forster that we will read. You see one of his novels. Then we can hardly understand even ourselves in our imperfect, let's say, you see, words. Here we will be familiar with a novelist, you see, word. Somehow and sometimes it is more comprehensible and manageable to somehow make a perfect view of human race, to comfort some illusion of understanding. So to do this and to achieve this, I have decided on these novels. This is, you see, the list of the novels that we are supposed to read. I also write them down in our WhatsApp, you see, group. We will have these novels, and if they are finished within our sessions and there is time, we will think about some more, you see, novels, and we'll add some other novels as well. But these are the novels we are supposed to read. One is Fitzgerald's Great Gatsby. Then we have Swift's Gulliver's Travels. We have Faulkner's The Sun and the Fury. We have William Golding's A Lord of the Flies. We will have Hemingway's A Farewell to Arms. We have Huxley's, Aldous Huxley's Brave New World. We have Orwell's 1984. And we have James Joyce's A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, you see, novels. I will write them down, as I said, in the WhatsApp group. Then, if I said there is time, we will work on some more novels, 2 or 3 more novels. And if there is not enough time, we will stop, you see, here. Now, for this session, I think it is enough. And but I will mention this, and I want you to notice it carefully. For this, you see, semesters, to avoid plagiarism, as we had in our exam last semester a lot, I expect you to give me an essay, since I will devote 8 out of your scores out of 10 see, to your class participation, to your class activities, to your writings, to your speaking, you see, in class, and 12 for our final, you see, exam. So to do this, I advise you to at least give me, see, 2 essays for each of, you see, these, you see, novels. Every student 2 essays. You can, you see, decide which one, you see, to do, as we have, you see, the time, or enough time to the end of this semester. And also, you are allowed to talk, you see, in our class, state your ideas in class, to discuss, you see, in class, argue, you see, in class. And the rest goes to our final, you see, exam with, you see, the questions, maybe you see different questions with the 3 groups to go to, you see, the 20. So be careful with plagiarism, and I like you to do your, you see, best, as I try to do my best in class, and try not to make our class somehow, you see, boring. First, we try, you see, to enjoy our class, being with each other, learn things with each other, and for my friends, we try to do it is useful for our class. Thank you so very much for this session. I will put the title of the short novels, you see, in the group, and then we will start with the first novel, that is Great Gatsby, in our coming session. If there is any question, any idea, okay, I'm ready to hear. And if not, wish you the best. And we'll start with Great Gatsby in our coming session. Anyhow, okay, thank you. A very good time. Try to hear you more and more. Bye.